Good morning YouTubians, it's Chemix Ghost, you can call me Alan. It's Monday 22nd of May 2023, it's a Blu-ray release day. Nice and mild on the seafront, but it is overcast. I'm going to head up to the city centre in just a second, see what movies are in the new HMV in Brighton. And there's only a couple that I am after, but I do have some pickups to show you that I made during the week. I've got an announcement to make. Next Monday's video is going to be the last one on my channel for like 3 weeks. I'm going away on holiday. There's going to be no internet when I'm going, so I'm not taking my tablet, not taking the camera, so there'll be no filming while I'm away. I won't be able to watch any videos, won't be able to reply to any comments, but that's in a couple of weeks, so I'll still be putting the videos up till I go. So let's go to HMV now. Oh, and grab a coffee as well, because I am very thirsty, not a sponsor. And then I'll show you what is out in HMV, and I'll take you back and show you what I picked up. I'll see you all in a little bit. So it's time for my first coffee of the day, and will you look at the size of that crack in the table? Surely that is not safe. Anyway, advance warning, there wasn't a lot out today and there were 8 titles missing from the new release section. Whether or not that's down to the fact they just opened at the weekend or they were pushbacks, I'm not certain. But let's head into HMV and see exactly what is out. So the new release section's been moved over to the other side of the store next to the tills, and here it is. So the first title to show you is Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, a superhero movie from the director Peyton Reed, starring the new flavour of the month, Jonathan Majors, and he is portraying the evil Kang the Conqueror. This is available on a slipless Blu-ray for $14.99, a DVD for $9.99, and a 4K Steelbook exclusive to HMV for what looks like $32.99. There was no standalone 4K for this today, maybe it was just a delivery issue. The next title out today is Creed 3. This is a sports drama directed by and starring Michael B. Jordan and again Jonathan Majors. Released by Warner Brothers, and the Blu-ray is priced at $14.99, comes with a slipcover. DVD is priced, and it's got a different cover image, at $9.99. There's also a limited edition steelbook on 4K for $29.99. There was no standalone 4K in here today, so it's got to be a delivery issue. There's also a couple of trilogy sets. The Blu-ray set is priced at $29.99. DVD set is $19.99. If there was a 4K set, it would be priced at $49.99. Next is Restart the Earth, a Japanese dystopian film where scientists have developed a chemical that accelerates plant growth, but unfortunately it becomes sentient and fight back. Don't you just hate it when that happens? It's from Dazzler Media and priced at $14.99 for the Blu-ray and $9.99 for the DVD. Over in the anime section next, and we have the standard release of Attack on Titan, the final season part 2 from Crunchyroll. Rated to 15 certificate, has a runtime 300 minutes, and it's priced cheaper than Amazon by £2 at $29.99. Last Thursday, I was kindly given early admission into HMV a full day before they opened to the public to film for my channel, which I am very grateful for. There were a couple of areas that they were still working on and I didn't fully explore the store. I was asked back the next morning as they were opening, around I'd say 15 minutes before they raised the shutters, to finish shooting anything I couldn't get to. And here is that extra footage of the store. Friday morning, before it opened, it was just me, the staff and the local paper journalists. I will sign off here and see you all in the conclusion. Hey everybody, welcome back. 4 titles to show you this week, 2 that are new today, 2 that came out last week, plus a box from Imprint Films. Now the story with this is it was sent out on the 2nd of this month. All's going well. They do provide tracking so you know exactly where the parcel is at all times. It reached Gatwick and there it stayed for 10 days. Now I phoned them up saying why hasn't it moved? They said it has moved. It's moved on to East Sussex where I live. They gave me a phone number. No answer for 2 days solid, so I went to my local branch. They said it's still at Gatwick. I said no it isn't, it's moved to East Sussex. They had a look, couldn't find it. They took my number, address and all that sort of thing. Phoned me Sunday morning saying it's in. So, and apparently it's been there for a while. There's a big backlog of parcels apparently there, so that's their excuse. So I went up, picked it up yesterday, and I'm going to open this after this video. I'm going to watch the contents. There are 9 films in total, there's 2 box sets. And I want to watch them to give you my honest opinion, and that will feature in next week's video. So nice little box there from Imprint Films. Okay, before I get onto this week's new releases, just want to point something out. Now I picked up a film a few weeks ago called A Man Called Otto. This is a German import, didn't have a UK Blu-ray release. Now German imports have these big age logos down here, but they usually have a reverse cover. This one didn't. I was kindly contacted by a man called Richard who offered to send me a printed cover in English free of charge, and I will show you that right now. And there it is, all in English. Lovely. It even comes with a 14mm spine as well, which I like. Look at that lovely title, Man Called Otto. Highly recommend this. Thank you, Richard. I really do appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. Above and beyond. That's what that is. You are a star. Almost forgot to mention that on the back, Richard has put a reverse image. Look at that, that is just incredible. What a talent. Okay, first title to show you, which actually came out last week, is Knock at the Cabin. It's a movie directed by M. Night Shyamalan, the guy who made the movie Twist very popular. And this film is an apocalyptic psychological horror from this year, although to be fair, there isn't that much on-screen horror. Set in and around a cabin in the middle of nowhere, Dave Bautista plays a character called Leonard, and he approaches a young girl called Wen, played by Kristen Tway, who's just outside catching locusts, and convinces her to try and get her fathers to invite him and his friends into the cabin as it's a matter of life and death. Now Wen's fathers are Eric, played by Jonathan Goff, and Andrew, played by Ben Aldridge. Now obviously they are reluctant to comply. Leonard's a teacher from Chicago, and he's brought, let's just say, some acquaintances with him along for the task. Sabrina, a nurse, played by Nikki Amuka Bird. Redmond, who works for the gas company, got a bit of an attitude, played by Rupert Grint. Adrian, a cook from DC, who's played by Abby Quinn. Now the deal is this. Leonard explains to the now tied up dads of Wen that one of them has to choose to be sacrificed in order to prevent the end of the world. They get asked 4 times if they want to sacrifice one of the dads or Wen. If they answer no, there are dire consequences for the occupants of the room and the world. It's got a runtime 1 hour 40 minutes. Let's take a look inside. Comes with a slipcover and it has exactly the same image as the cover. And the cover image has been put onto the disc. Gotta say, I enjoyed this movie. It was intriguing, but in no way is it tense. Picture quality on this is crystal clear. So that was Knock at the Cabin. Next title is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This is the 31st film in the Marvel film franchise, and it is very different to the first 2 Ant-Man movies. As the title would suggest, it's set in a quantum realm, which is a world of death and destruction on a subatomic level. Got most of the regular cast back, starting with Paul Rudd as Scott Lang, or if you prefer, Ant-Man. You've got Evangeline Lilly as Hope Van Dyne, aka the Wasp. You've got Michael Douglas as Hank Pym, and Michelle Pfeiffer as Janet Van Dyne. Oh, we also have a grown-up version of Scott's daughter Cassie, being played by Catherine Newton. Now you may know her from the movies Freaky or 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. All these characters get sucked into a vortex. I'm not going to go into why that happens, bit of a spoiler. The vortex takes them into a micro-universe, which is like a Star Wars place full of weird creatures, advanced technology, including spaceships. There is a lot to take in. There's a drink, once you consume it, enables the drinker to comprehend any alien language, and everybody seems to take this in their stride. Even Bill Murray pops up briefly as a governor of a local territory. As I said, there's a lot going on, including Corey Still's character Yellow Jacket from the first Ant-Man movie, but in this he's just a giant head on a very tiny body. The real villain of the story is Kang the Conqueror, being played by Jonathan Majors, and he's got kind of a grasp on controlling time. Directed by Peyton Reed, who did direct the other 2 Ant-Man movies, and it's got a runtime 124 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So there's a plain blue disc inside, and they've put it out in a thin case, and that is my bugbear. When it's part of a trilogy, the other 2 films were in 3D, this one isn't, even though it's shown in cinemas in 3D, and they're in 14mm cases, whereas this one is an 11mm case, which is annoying. So that was Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Next title is R.I.P.D. 2. This came out last week. It's a supernatural action comedy from last year, put out by Dazzling Media, and the film starts out in Red Creek, Utah in 1876, some 20 years before it became the 45th state of America. Got a gold prospector by the name of Otis Claiborne, being played by Richard Brake, and he becomes possessed after digging for gold and accidentally opening up the fiery pit to the afterlife. Then introduced to Sheriff Roy Pulsiver, played by Jeffrey Donovan, who's meeting his daughter Charlotte, played by Tilly Keeper, and a partner off a train. And within minutes, a notorious gang ride into town. Roy is shot and killed, transported to heaven, where he's told he's dead. He's given a second chance to do the right thing, come back to Earth, rid it of the undead before the next full moon. Teamed up with Jeanne, who's played by Penelope Mitchell. She's been dead for 400 years. She's French, carries a sword, scared of fire. We do find out in the film she's actually Joan of Arc. Written and directed by Paul Leyden, and this is his second feature film. Now this hasn't got the charisma of the first one. It does lack something I can't put my finger on. It's not a bad movie if you buy into the concept. The acting is fine, story and settings enjoyable, even the use of the Wilhelm scream, which gets my thumb up, but it did lack something. It's got a runtime 1 hour 42 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the front cover image has been put onto the disc. So that was R.I.P.D. 2 Rise of the Damned. Okay, next and last is Creed 3. It's a sports drama. Only seems like yesterday this was in the cinemas. It's the 9th film in the Rocky universe, and it's the first one not to feature Sylvester Stallone in an acting capacity, which I'm fine with. I thought Rocky's character arc ended nicely in the last movie. He is credited as producer, and I know all about the fallout with Irving Winkler and the rights to the character that Stallone created. Now this was directed by Michael B. Jordan, his first directed movie, and he's also the title character Adonis Creed. Thaddeus J. Mixon's playing a younger version of Adonis, 15 years old in the flashback sequences. Also stars Ant-Man's villain Kang the Conqueror, Jonathan Majors, as Damien Anderson, aka Diamond Dame, and Spence Moore II is playing a young version of him. Adonis and Damien were childhood friends, and Damien's fresh out of prison after serving 18 years, and he wants Adonis's help to put him back on the map as a boxer. And this is going to have consequences on everybody involved. Also stars Tessa Thompson as Bianca Taylor Creed, she's now Adonis's wife, and Felicia Rashad as Adonis's mother. And that character was previously played by Sylvia Mills and Lavelle Roby. It's got a runtime of 116 minutes. Let's take a look inside. Plain blue disc, so it's a thin case and double eco, but when you put it in a slipcover, it does beef up the width, because this is part of a trilogy as well. But it does make it look like a 14mm cover. So that was Creed 3. So that was it. Have you seen any of those or plan to pick them up, or just want to leave a comment, and do so down below. I will read every single one and try to reply if I have the time. Give the video a thumbs up, really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free, why wouldn't you? On that note, all that's said to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.